I find that balance you're talking about, it takes years to kind of figure out. And I find that new managers either go all right or all left on the spectrum. They either go too hard or too soft, right? There's that kind of that accountability versus relationship, side of it.
Yeah.
They either go all accountability or they go all relationship, where they want to be their buddy, or they go and they're either perceived as a jerk
Yeah.
or soft, right?
That's
And
right.
there's something in between. And I saw this at GE, and I think it's a big reason why GE has collapsed over the last 15 years. Jack Welch, when you think about Jack Welch, one of the first things you think about is tough, right? He was a no nonsense manager, right? He made tough decisions. He would, first or second in our market or we're out, that kind of guy, right?
Mhm.
Cut the bottom 10% every year. And that's kind of on the outer realm of him, right? Of what Jack was known for. But, and he passed away lately, and you hear a lot of the people talk about him. They don't talk about that. They talk about how he was deeply personal with people who worked for him. He got to know them well. I saw in the 2 times I got to interact with him, when he got a few levels down from his direct reports, totally different guy. Like if he was talking to a factory floor, if he was talking to trainees at Crotonville at a leadership class, new salespeople,
Yeah.
he was the most self-deprecating, humble. He had a way of getting you comfortable to say things that are broke. He had that boss in that, hey, what's broke? What drives you nuts about this company? I got lots. Can I name a few? And he would like make fun of GE. And it was fascinating the way he did this.
Yeah.
I saw him do this in a room with me with a bunch of, future leaders. We were in this class. He ripped on a few things that he knew we didn't like as young people. And he got all of us to start raising our hands saying, this is kind of broke at GE. Whereas in a guy that scary, you would think no one would have raised a hand around it, right? It's a guy on the cover of every magazine in the country, late 90s. And we're all poking shots at his company, right? By the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
Fascinating way. But a lot of his lieutenants, right? A lot of the managers coming up, they just saw the tough Jack Welch. And
Yeah.
so they all wanted to be Mr. Accountability. Get numbers, get numbers, get numbers, get results. We're not here for excuses.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
right.
their approach. And GE quit innovating. Like I was there, I saw it. You mentioned in your book, the CEO that came and asked for ideas, and you wrote up a 2-page memo for him and he didn't do anything about it. And you were like, well, last time I do that. Like,
That's right.
lesson learned, waste of time. That's what GE became. GE was all about numbers, 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 numbers. Tell us what we can do to get there, and you tell them, and no one would do anything. And I think that whole piece is a big reason, is people thought they were emulating Welch, but that wasn't who Welch was.
That's very interesting because they they followed the accountability side, but they missed the other side, right? They missed the psychological safety